Howdy doody. Impromptu live stream with a bit of luck. Let's hope there's a bit of luck. Yeah, okay. Let me just check something. Alright, let's just check something. Impromptu live. Yes, let's just go down a little bit. Right. Okie dokie. Right. Right, I got a bit bored, so we're doing a bit of a live stream. Where are you? There you are. Hold on a second. Let me just. Yeah. How you doing? Right. Gonna do a bit of MQTT integration. Finally, I've tried a few times. Wasn't quite ready, so now we're ready, almost ready, sort of ready to give it another try. So we'll say that. For instance, right, and let me just say hello to somebody. Right, anyone watching? Probably not, because I haven't warned anybody. Anyway. Right, so what we got going on today, let's have a think. Just get rid of that a minute. I'll leave that up, actually. Leave that up. Could do with another screen here, really. Hang on. Yeah, another screen, probably. Oh well. I'll check it from time to time. So, what we got here? At the minute we've got just the website open here. Don't know why I've got this open, but we've got this open. This is all out of date. All out of date this is, but what can you do? It's got my original controller in there, original PCBs, and software's getting on a bit anyway. Right, so what we're going to do, so what we've got here, I'll tell you what. Let's open up, right, a center brochure, right. Yeah, so we've got, this is a brochure I did a while ago. Right, now did I tell lies when I did this? No, we want the other, hang on, we want the outer. Right, so we've got all sorts of technologies on this UPAS software. Exploring the engine, open source hardware. Right, I don't even know if you can see that. Can I zoom in? Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Right, let's have a quick look. So the hardware, got various hardware going on here. Can I? Oh, got to do that. Can I? Oh, we can zoom into that. Right, so with software, here we go. Sites, multiple sites, SQLite, file, database, backup. Yeah, that's not changed. Engines, auto detect, Sonoff. Yeah, that's not changed. Packet, serial, multicast, packet, monitor quality, enable, disable. Serial ports, auto, multiple ports. Yeah, scripts. Yes. Users. Yeah. Groups. Yeah. Event information. Yeah. RESTful API, partially started doing it. Quick add, yeah. Tool timers, yeah. Film strip, yeah. Dedicated script language, yeah. Wi-Fi module, Wi-Fi manager, yeah. Abandoned Wi-Fi manager. Well, basically, I set it up as a portal anyway. Right. Data integration checks. Yeah, so it doesn't tell you a lot, this one. Doesn't tell you a great deal. It's a bit out of date. I need to do a new one. Hang on. Does that say it? No, I've gone back to the same one. Hang on. Center. So Ethernet, yeah, LoRa. I haven't done LoRa yet. So GSM, I haven't done GSM. We've got the Ethernet. No, I haven't even done that. So yeah, done the Wi-Fi. Bluetooth. No, I haven't done no Bluetooth. Right, I'm just checking back and forth. Right, so what else have we done? No, I don't know if there's any mention of MQTT integration. What do I mention? Do I mention anything about command and control protocol? Where did I mention that? Have I mentioned it? OLED. No. With our command line basic style scripting language. Oh, gonna have a drink. I'm on the hard stuff today. Roller cola. Right, so there's no mention here of MQTT. Why not? Maybe it's in a roadmap. Right, I'm in the wrong area, that's why. Right, roadmap. Let's go roadmap. Right. Roadmap, what we got here? Complete communication protocol. So we've created a communication protocol. I call it a command and control protocol. So it does both. Right, what else we got down here? In progress, packet management. No, I've done that. To do. No mention of MQTT. Oh well. Right. Right, well, we'll get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Right, we're on Visual Studio today. It's Visual Studio Community. So we're on that one at the minute. Basically, this is the software. If you don't know what the software is, I'll give you a quick play of it. Here we go. Let's just start it.
Welcome to UPAS. Engine 23 is now online.
Just get rid of that a minute. Right, so we're on UPAS. I have trouble with the voice commands while I'm streaming. Let's give it a go. UPAS, what time is it? Almost. Got what time? UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 9:56 p.m.
Thank you. Yes, right, so what I've done is I've created this software. Okay, you might have seen this before. Let's go to full screen. Basically, what we've got ability-wise, is software is in the form of a server rack. As you can see here, this rack. So you've got a traditional tree view here and an event log here, and you've got the server rack here. Now you can shrink down that so you just see the rack itself, and you can fade the rack if you want to work with the rack in the background. So you can fade it away, basically. That's transparent now, but you can't tell because there's nothing behind it. Black screen. Let's just bring that up again. I think it'll bring the same page back up. Don't know. Yeah, here it is. Well, let's just go back to the community. Why not? Give him back to the community. Right. So anyway, so you go back to the software. So if you want this to fade into the background, you can just click that, and it's almost gone. Oops, clicked the wrong button. So you still got control over it, but it's just, yeah, you can put it into a corner or whatever. You can watch it while you're working or reading something. That was the idea. Anyway, let's bring it back to the full screen. So let's get rid of that. So that's that. I wanted to talk about the protocol. So basically, we've got four engines here. An engine in the world of UPAS is just a controller. It's just one of the controllers. Like, hang on, I've got one down here. Hang on, let's bring one down here. Yeah, I still see me. Yeah. So, can I bring this up bigger? Yeah, let's bring this up a bit. Alright. So we've got. I'm just going to nip back and see. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so we've got this controller here. This is the UPAS KP V2. There's another one there. This one's wired up, and it's currently sitting on an IP address on my router, which is port forward is set up for this, so you can connect to it across anywhere from the world. They can connect to it and operate this thing. So I've got a web API. I suppose I could show you that. I can either show you on my phone or I can load it up. Tell you what, let's do it from up here. Why not? Tell you what we'll do as well. Shall we minimise it? Yeah, let's make it into the size of a phone. Why not? So we're going to turn this browser into a size of a phone. Whoops. Let's make it into a size. That's about it. Right. So I'm going to go on to the address for this. Right. Okay. If I can remember it. Here we go. UPAS dot duck dot no duckdns .org. Alright, yeah, it's there. Okay. So this is basically what you'd see on your phone. This is sort of. I think that's the smallest it'll go. Anyway. You can't see it, can you? Hang on. Let's swap places. Hang on, swap places. Let's put that over here. Put that up there. And let's shrink this down a bit. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's move this up a bit. Yeah, there we go. Right. Okay, I'm just going to knit back, make sure you can see all this stuff. Yeah, you're okay. Right, so we've got basically down here. Hang on, I can't actually point to it. Can I point to it? No, I can't. Down here, see that there? That's an ESP32 node, ESP32S node MCU on a UPAS KP shield, I suppose you'd call it, or main board. And it's serving up HTML web page, which is this one here. So, what's that doing? Oh, yeah. Right, so at the minute, you go onto the web page, and this is just a service. This is DuckDNS. It's just like a DYDNS thing. It's just keeping track of a non-static IP address, basically. That's all it's doing. So, basically, it's serving up this web page here. You've got some live information. You've got the date and time that's coming back off the controller, serial number, packet address, what mode it's in. It's in station mode at the minute. You can have access point or station mode. It's in station mode at the minute, and which means it needs to be in station mode to be accessible from my router and then to the outside world. Okay, you can set it for access point mode. So access point, you can connect to it directly from your phone or your Wi-Fi wireless adapter straight to it, and it'll give you the same screen again. So let's log in. So I'll log in. Okay. So once we're logged in, password's just there at the minute. You can do stuff. I can impulse it. So I click impulse. You might have saw the reader there. There's a reader, RFID reader, and over here there's a little green LED. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can just about see it there. I wonder if I can bring that up a bit like that. Will you see it better? No. Hang on. Sort of got a bit of a balancing act going on here. Let's try it again. Ready? Yeah. So there's a green LED on here, and there's the RFID reader's got a green LED there. Yeah. So we've got that. Let's just straighten these up. I'm gonna have a sip of drink. So we're going off on a tangent again. I always do that. So we've got the software now. There's two things going on here. You can see the LED flashing on there. Every time it receives a packet from the main software, it'll flash to acknowledge you. Now, it'll flash twice as fast now if I do this. Yeah, it's flashing. See, it's flashing quicker now. Basically, it's asking the controller, while it's minimised, it's only checking whether it's there, checking the status. It's making sure it's checking the packets of data. It's asking the controller, do you have anything for me? Have you got any information? Or do you want to send me anything? And it'll just send back something. No, I'm here, but I've got nothing for you. So it sends back a packet. The main software then will go to the next controller and ask. It's basically going down this list. It's going, excuse me, have you got anything for me? And it'll wait for so many microseconds for the response. Then it'll go to the next one. But it basically can talk to each device. Well, no, that's not strictly true. If there's only one device, it can talk to it 10 times. So if you've got 10 devices, it'll talk to each one once a second, potentially. I showed you that before on this packets here. Right, so we've got yeah, while it's closed, there's a bit of a screen packet management here, so you can keep an eye on the packets. So excuse me. Right, you've got about 3 packets a second going out to that. Yeah, because it's trying to service the others as well, even though they're not there. So it's transmitting. Overall, you've got 9 transmitted packets, and only two or three being received a second. There's your total packets. If these were all online, then you'd get more packets going on. I suppose we could put a watch on. Let's put a watch on. I've got a TT Go T watch, but they're bound to have gone flat since the other day. So we've got TT Go T watch here. Let's see if we can switch it on. I don't know really. It's bound to have a bit of power left, maybe. Well, it might not last long now. Right, so you're on now.
Engine 24 is now online.
Yeah, so we've just come online. And this is engine 24, actually. I don't know whether you can see that. Yeah, you can see it. I've got the focus locked, so you won't be able to refocus. So engine 24 is this watch. I've showed this before. It's got a web API, isn't it? Now I can't remember. I don't know what the IP address is of this one. Oh, it'll tell me. I can find out. I can go in here. I'm just going to expand that up there. Right, engine 24. Find out what the IP address is. Go on to this bit here. Right, 97. Okay. Right, so we're going to open another page up in here. I'm just going to go directly onto it. Right, 192.168.0.97. Yeah. So we've got the watch. Okay. It's in station mode. Serial number 3052, and we got the watch. Okay. What can you do? We can log in again. This one's got the firmware I've left the credentials in. It's only test credentials. So yeah, it's got some older firmware. This one has. That's got the extra learn mode on it. On the one on the desk down here. Actually, let's put this down here. Let's put this here so you can see it as well. Alright, it's not wired in. It's just on the battery. It might not last very long. We shall see. Right, so we got this firmware. And you can do like you can pulse it, and you'll probably see the watch go bright, or maybe not. It's buzzing, but it hasn't gone bright. But if I do a touch screen, so I wrote a touch screen routine as well. Yeah, it's gone bright now. It hasn't really. It's just the camera picking it up. Let's see, hang on. Yeah, in the human eye, it's nice colour, but with the camera, yeah, you can see it there. If I hold it at a funny angle, you can see it's still blue. Anyway, right, so that's another device. Should we get the other one out? Let's get the other one out as well. Let's get the other one. Why not get the other one out? Get them all out. Right, so we've got another one here. Another one here, so let's start this one up if it's not flat. Yeah, it's okay, it's going back to life. Let's see if it brings the other one.
Engine 25 is now online.
Yeah. So we got same again. We can go again. 25, so that's going to be 96. Let's go again. Let's get the other one. 196.168.0.96. Right, so we've got the other web interface. Okay, and we can log in, and we can let's put it down there with the other one. Why not? Will that stay? I'm trying to get a mannequin's arm so I can strap these watches to a mannequin's arm. Oh god, there's nowhere to put them. Nowhere to put them. Right. Yeah, so they will go down to normal brightness.
Ending 4.
Oh, he's picked up a voice command. Right, so anyway, you've got that. Yeah, you can do stuff. So there's that way of talking to it, and then of course the software will talk to it as well. Doesn't use the web side of it. It uses a different address system. It connects to it unicast, and what does it do? I can't even remember now. Yeah, it talks to it on two different ports for send and receive, and gives it its protocol. Gives it its command and control protocol, so you can do stuff like I can click on here and I can switch stuff on, like just permanently switch like that one on. the watch output is triggered to buzz the watch. I'll just buzz the watch. Yeah, so there's that. This one you might say, why is this spinning around? Because that's the other device just down here at the back, which is not powered up at the minute. I haven't switched it on. I've left the wires out. So anyway, oh dear, yeah, it's technology, crazy, isn't it? Bit crazy. Just have a look on the old stream. Yeah, nothing there. Anyway, let's get to something interesting. So let's go back. Just quickly go back to the packet stream. So the packet management. It's now we've got 3 things on the go. Those 3 there. We've got these 3 here, all packets. So it's 9 packets being sent. 6 or 8 or whatever being picked up because they're minimised. Here's your total packets and all the rest of it. Anyway, right. So I'll get rid of that. This was just so I could debug it all and everything. But what I'm trying to do now, so it's got its own built-in command and control protocol. This has UPAS system. It's built in. I don't know if I got any info on it actually. Have I got any info on it? No, because it's like a security product. The protocol, nobody will in the industry, nobody will ever give you their command and control protocol, because you basically could make some third-party hardware then, and you wouldn't need to buy the equipment off them. You could use their software, and you could just integrate stuff into it if they was to give you the full protocol. They're not going to give it you. So anyway, I've asked them. I've even asked a lot of companies, and they just laugh. They go, and a lot of the times that they don't know. It's not developed in the same country or something like that. They don't know what the protocol is anyway. Or they've got some kind of software development kit, but it's a cut down version with stuff missing. You can only do certain things with it. Anyway, so what we want to do today, I want to try to integrate MQTT. Let's just have a look at let's go on to MQ. Let's go on here. Let's just close these down a minute. Let's see what we can find if we just put MQTT. Right, now it's IBM in 1999 created a standard for IoT messaging, yeah. And I think it was IBM getting started. Right, so lightweight, it's a way of talking to devices. IoT stuff, before IoT was a word or smart technology. Small controllers and things. Where is the info on? That's on org. Let's get rid of org a minute. Let's go on to a search engine. Hang on, Google. Right, let's go on here. Right, so let's go MQTT. Right, it's taking me back to that again. Wikipedia. Let's have a look what Wikipedia says about it. Right. So MQTT, published 1999. Oasis messaging queuing telemetry transport. Right, I didn't know that was Oasis. That's something new. I don't know. Right. Machine. It's a lightweight, publish, subscribe, machine-to-machine network protocol for message queuing service, designed for connection with remote locations that have devices and resource constraints or limit network bandwidth, such as in Internet of Things. Well, there's no such thing as Internet of Things back in 1999, so this is obviously a new thing. It must run over a transport protocol that provides ordered lossless bidirectional connections, typically TCP/IP. but also possibly over quick. Don't know what that is. And there's an open Oasis standard. Never heard of Oasis up until now. So yeah, Andy Stanford Clark from IBM, Arlen Nipper, whatever that is, and them working for Eurotech, authored the first version of the protocol in 1999. It was used to monitor old pipelines within this SCADA industrial control system. The goal was to have a protocol with a bandwidth efficient, lightweight, and uses little battery power because the devices were connected via satellite links. Historically, MQ in MQTT came from the IBM MQ, then MQ series product line, which stands for message queue. However, the protocol provides publish and subscribe messaging. No queries in spite of the name. Okay. Right, so anyway, so they basically adopted this standard to use in these devices. And there's quite a bit of technology that's designed out there that uses it. There's lots of other ones as well. Anyway, so what I thought we'd do is to enable my software, UPAS. Should I ask it what time it is? See if it's still
running for.
Yeah. UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 10:19 p.m.
Yeah. So get confused with sidelined easy with this. So UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 10:19 p.m.
Okay. UPAS expand 2.3. UPAS expand 2.3. Alright, I expanded two of them. UPAS collapse all engines. UPAS collapse all engines. Yeah, it doesn't work well when I'm streaming. I think the computer's doing too much. UPAS collapse all engines. Yeah. Works great on my other one. I'll tell you what, let's put that one on. Let's stick a little this computer on. We'll run this. We've got this Surface Pro here. We'll run that one and oops, sorry, knocked the microphone. Let's run that one, and I'll show you, because I said I was going to show you how responsive the speech recognition is. When I'm streaming, it sends it all to hell a bit. There's too much going on. So we've got a version of the software running on there. It's already running now. Right. So I'll run it on there, and we'll show you how responsive it is. Right. Anyway, so it's basically talking to these three at the minute until they go flat, which they will go flat because they don't last very long. There's no optimization done on these two watches at all regarding power saving or anything like that, apart from if you touch them and they fall over. Alright, touch one of the buttons, that's going to be a deafening. Sorry about that. Right, so we've got the other laptop. Let's boot it up. Let's run the software. Right, here we go. I haven't got a camera watching that.
Welcome to UPAS.
Don't know if you can hear that.
Engine 23 is now online.
Okay. UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 10:22 p.m.
Oh, of course, they both answer now, don't they? UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 10:22 p.m.
See, the live stream one isn't answering. UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 10:22 p.m.
Yeah, see, the other one is answering every time. Right, let's bring it over here. So we've got the Surface Pro here. running the software. It's same software. UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 10:22 p.m.
This one never answered that time. Is it because I got the microphone covered? UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 10:22 p.m.
Tell you what, let's shut the other one down a minute. Let's stop it answering. Turn it off. UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 10:23 p.m.
Let's shut this one down. Shut that one off a minute.
Thank you for using UPAS.
Right, can you see that? Yeah, you can just about see that. Let's just minimise that a minute because it's taking the view away. So you've got your lapse, you've got Surface Pro. Let's see if we can. UPAS, expand window. Oh, of course, it's not going to talk. UPAS, expand window. Oh god, have I clicked off it? Hang on. Because the microphone shared, might have clicked off it. UPAS, expand window. UPAS, expand window. Yeah, done it now. Oh well, I can put this. Let's get it round the back of the microphone. Hang on. Oh, I keep clicking the mouse and all sorts here. You ever tried holding a laptop? UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 10:24 p.m.
UPAS, I don't know. UPAS, collapse window. UPAS, expand rack. UPAS, expand all engines. Oh, I've scrolled up. Hang on. Alright, I touched it. Yeah. UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 10:24 p.m.
UPAS, collapse all engines. UPAS, collapse rack. Right, let's close that down anyway. So you can see it's more responsive than when I'm streaming. I'm not talking through my backside.
Thank you for using UPAS.
You're welcome. I'm going to put it down because my arm's aching. Right, so let's shut that laptop off. Anyway, so without the live stream it works better, put it that way, a lot better. Let's get rid of that one for a bit. Right. Okay. Where do we get to? Right, so MQTT. Let's go back to the software. I seem to have moved, don't I? Where have I moved over there? Oh, I got my top. Yeah, I got my top down window. Let's go to that one. That's better. Right, let's go to that one. Oh, we've got two watching. One's me. Yeah. Anyway, right. So, what are we going to do? Right, I want some MQTT built integration. I suppose we could start with what we've got already. So, we've got some UDP send sockets on the screen at the minute. We've got a client UDP send socket, client socket. No, this is we're not using that. Right, we've got a send socket. So we've created a send socket, and we've got a listener socket. Right, so we've got a so as far as I can remember, the listener socket is still enabled. So we're listening for packets coming in on a datagram. So we've got let's go back to this class. It's only a small class. So we're sending in the packet data. We're going on port 3333, and we're setting up a listener socket, and we're listening on 239.0.0.57, which is a multicast sort of range, in the multicast range, even though we're doing a unicast. So it used to be multicast, and then I had problems going from an ESP8266 to an ESP32. Didn't seem to work properly after developing it on an ESP32 initially. So I ended up going over to a unicast socket for the send. So we're not using the send socket anymore. This is the multicast send. Hang on, it should even say multicast somewhere, shouldn't it? Yeah, start multicast socket. Yeah, the multicast time to live and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Right, so anyway, we've gone over to a unicast socket. So how does this work? It takes an IP address, still sending. Oh, that's a backup address. Yeah, so I think it's the address is being sent. Where's it getting this address from? Where do they get parameter UDP send socket? Right, so software group of params UDP send socket, and we can have a look at that down here. And I've been making this since 2012 or 20, so some of this stuff, it's been a while since I've seen it. So let's find out software group of params. Where's your Right, here's your software group of params, and it's a UDP send socket. UDP send socket. There it is. Let's have a look at that. So we've got is enabled, IP address, and a send port. So it's basically this is SQLite database, and this is just a way I save certain data types to the database and retrieve it without having to worry about certain other stuff. So it's got some default strings. So it's basically going to open up yeah, there's lots of info here. Yeah, still got the old stuff in multicast IP address. It's not really a multicast IP address. So the software, I mean, I don't even know what it does now. It's been that long. UDP send socket. So still using all the same info, even though a send socket, yeah. Send socket. Is that the right one? Sorry, I'm on the wrong one here. Oh, that's a software group of params. Well, this is it. Yeah, so it basically gets the information from this file. It's like a table. Picks up a table. There's a lot going on. I could even show you that, I suppose. Yeah, go here. Right, so this is DB browser for SQLite. Right. Let's open up. Open the database. Let's find this database wherever it is. Right, my solutions. UPAS. Right. Okay, so databases. Right, we call this event horizon just for some sake of it. So we'll open event horizon. So this is the database, all the programs talking to, because you can have multiple sites. This is that particular site. So we'll have a look at the multicast. We'll find the. Oh no, it's not in this bit, is it? No, I'm in the wrong bit here. Hang on. I've got settings and configuration. That's the configuration file I need. Let's find the configuration file. Is it in there? Right, hang on. Config file. There it is. Right, software config. I can't remember what I called it now. That's the last one we used, so that's got to be it. Right, so in here we've got various stuff. Yeah, and here's the send socket. So it's still using that one as a send socket. Yeah, so still using a multicast IP address. I wonder why it's still using that. Have I got... hang on. Yeah, it's still using that. The software is. I don't... unless I've overridden it in hard... have I overridden it? Have I somehow provided a value? So we've got a group of parameters. We're taking the address, string value, UDP send socket. So it is taking it from there, and it's using it there. Yeah, so it is. It is still sending it out on that one. Now I know. I've just got to check something here. I've got to load up. Let's load up Visual Studio Code. This is where I write the firmware for the controllers. We've got two lots of program stuff going on here. We've got Visual Studio Community, and we've got Visual Studio Code. The Community is the main desktop software, and the code runs the firmware. So what I want to do is just see where I've overridden it. Let's have a look at this. Is the main parameters. Now we need to set up Wi-Fi connection management. Right, UPAS Wi-Fi connection management. Yeah, we've got to be slightly insane to work with all this code. By the way, you can easily lose yourself, especially if you're not working on it every day. Right. Anyway, so let's find out where what we're changing it to. So it's basically got to talk. It's talking to the. Let's just nip back over here. Yeah, it's okay. Just having a look at the live stream. Right, so we're going. So we're connecting it. So station connect. Well, I'm looking at the wrong bit here. Oh, hang on. Let's go back. Initialize the active portal. Wi-Fi connections in it. Go to definition. So we're in station mode. Start an access point. Yeah, this is what can get confusing here. So we're on start station. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to start a station. It's got some fixed IP addresses, but it will load them from the save string, which is that one there, IP address value. Network IP address value. So it's whatever you program into, really. Yeah, it uses that. Now it looks like it's using that to send the data to the controller. No, this is the controller. I got it around the wrong way. Anyway, I've got to take an intermission break. So let's put you on a bit of. If you've got your speakers on, just be aware. I'll put you on a bit of a music. Okay. Back in a jiffy, as they say. Oh no, we're back again. Sorry about that. Hoi, we're back. Alright, okie dokie. Right, so anyway, so it's quite a big subject. There's two lots of code to maintain here, and that's not the end of it. That is not the end of it, because as well as two lots of code, we've got all these platforms. AT Mega 2560, Larlin D32 Pro, Pico 32, that's ESP32 D4 Pico thing, TTGo T-Watch V1, TTGo T-Watch V3, Raspberry Pi Pico, or RP2040, we've got a TTGo T-Display, a generic ESP32 device. I've got a Node MCU, ESP32S Node MCU Simples, that's a cut down version of this one here, which is the Node MCU, ESP32S Node MCU V1.1. We've got ESP32S3 Dev Kit 1. We've got a generic ESP8266. We've got a Sonoff, which is an ESP8266. We've got my own little module, which I made, a UPAS Wi-Fi module, which got a little ESP8266 on it. So, put it this way, the watches have got their own display. They haven't got relays and stuff, so there's a different config for all this lot. And the V1 and V3 watch, they use some separate different files for different touchscreens and things. Then you've got your Larlin D38 Pro, which is it's got a Larlin display drive, 320 by 240 LCD display. And then we've got this one here we're using. It also supports that display. It supports an OLED and an LCD display and a TFT touchscreen. So there's lots going on here. Anyway, right. I don't know why it's doing that again. Already on the same one. Right. There's lots of code here. Let's just show you some of this code. We're in platform IO, and we start. Here's your source. There's your start of your source, and it goes down here. Keep going. Actually, does it? Why is that source down there? Yeah. Yeah, have I got one open? What's going on? Examples, web server. Do I need that open? No, there's some other stuff. Yeah, so the way this platform IO works, it if you select I'm on a default. Right, hang on. Let's go back to a proper engine. Let's just go back to that one. I think that's the one. What was I doing last? Yeah, that one. So that's going to reconfigure itself and do something here. So I'll leave that alone for a minute till it's finished. Anyway, you can't help but go off on tangents with this stuff. Sorry about that. There's a lot going on. See, did I know, if I'd have known then what I know now, I might never have started it. Yeah. But I would have done, but it's a good job I didn't realise how much was involved, basically. Right, so it's finished doing what it's going to do, and so it should have closed some libraries down. Yeah, I'm on simples now. Here we go. Yes, you've got. Why have I got all that? Oh, this is specific to whatever that is. Oh, I don't think I need that open at the minute, and I shouldn't need. Do I need that open? No. And do I need? Yeah, I need that open. Anyway, so let's go down. This is all where the code, the source starts here. I thought it was, yeah. So from access groups, it goes down here. So all this is just the firmware for to there. So there's a lot of stuff here. Try to break it down into bits. Sorry if you're looking at the side of my face. Should put that camera somewhere else really over there. But anyway, it's too late now. Right, anyway, so platform ini. If you're wondering how you can support loads of platforms at the same time from one lot of code base or source, this is how I do it. Okay, so you go on here, you've got platform IO and your default environment. So it just defaults to an AT Mega 2560, seeing as that's the first one. The first one I made. Probably show you an example anyway. So you choose it down here. So I'm on simple. So you can go down the list. They've all got the libraries, COM port, board type, what platform you're on, AVR, Atmel, and they've got some build flags. This is the trick. You build flags. Alright, let's just go back, let's go down to the one we're working with, simples. I've called it simples on purpose after the, it's after the meerkat when it says simples. Because the trouble is, it's a lot of it's over people's heads. Right, so TT, let's get onto that bit. Right, so here we go. Simples. ESP32S Node MCU Simples. Right. So it's using Expressive 32 as the platform. The board's ESP32 dev. Framework's Arduino. The upload port, monitor speed, and upload speed. That's pretty much the same. Then you got your libraries we're using. So we're using some of these libraries aren't in use, by the way. They're in there, ready for expansion capabilities. Got your OLED driver. There's a FRAM support as well. Adafruit FRAM library. An RTC library. You got I hate it when it does that. When you're trying to hover something, it blanks you what you're looking at. You got your Adafruit IL. I think that's the screen. Yeah, that's the IP. I don't know what it stands for. It's basically the TFT screen library. And then you've got your touchscreen library, your graphics library, and you've also got a liquid crystal library, an I squared C or wire liquid crystal library, and you got your MRF C522, which is the chip that's on the proximity SPI proximity card reader. And we've got Elegant OTA, which is in there, but we can't actually use it because we've run out of memory to store a complete program. I can't over the air update at the minute. Now that's due to these libraries. They're too big, so they keep expanding, and you can't actually fit it all in there. But I need to go through these libraries and either create new libraries, just use the bits I need, or go back a version to get the size down. Anyway, what else we got? async TCP, you've got async web server, ESP time. We've got bus IO, I don't know why it keeps putting that in for some reason. And we've got time library. And here we've got the build flags. So it's interesting if you want to trying to operate use this firmware on more than one platform, you'll need some build flags probably. Let's just go in here and have a quick look. Show you where I'm using them. Right, so when it gets compiled, so we're doing an if defined compiler directive. If it's an ESP32 or if it's an 8266, and you've got to add all this Wi-Fi capability. So if you've got a controller with no Wi-Fi capability, it's no good putting that in. So if you're compiling for a board with no Wi-Fi on, like a Raspberry Pi RP2040 Pico or an AVR, you don't need the Wi-Fi modules, and probably run out of space anyway in an 80 meg. You wouldn't have enough space for all that probably. So then once you're compiling for that, and you do a different library for ESP32 or an 8266, different lots of libraries. It has to do all that as well. Right, so here's the start of a little compiler directive I've made called has NTP. Now if you go back to platform IO build flags, you look down here, it goes has NTP equals 1. Well, -d has NTP equals 1. So if you make that 1 or whatever you want it to, as long as you do the same when you're doing it, so you go back to here. Has an NTP equals 1, right? So it's going to include this other library or H file. So okay, so basically you're saying if I'm going to use the network time protocol, if I want to talk to it, I've got to include this. Otherwise, don't bother to put it in. Save some space. You've got another one here. Has a web API. Okay. Now, if you want to have a web API, which is that one on here again. Hang on, let's go back one. Where's the history on this thing? Hang on, can you go back? Can you keep going back? Yeah. So that's your web API, sort of. So it's going to serve up some HTML. So if it is serving up HTML, you're going to put all your parameters in. You can set all your parameters up. Okay. I've got some stuff clicking here. What have I got clicking? Something must have fell asleep. I heard something click. Let me just have a look here. Right. Don't know what clicked then. Anyway. Alright, so it's getting a bit boring, so needless to say, it's just a way of bringing certain things in. If you've got a touch screen, basically if I say 0, it means I haven't got one. If I say 1, I've got one. And when you're compiling it, it'll look at that. If certain controllers, or I might not be using it, it might be able to use a touch screen, but it might not be using it. Like that, I can actually plug in a Larlin 320 by 240 touchscreen. Then I would enable that if I was using that, if I wanted it. And then I'd take out the OLED perhaps, and probably that's it basically. Yeah. Anyway, so going back to the subject in hand, the MQTT. So this is the firmware. So at the minute it's talking. If I go, let me just give you packet. Right, so here's my packet system. So it's using my own command and control protocol, which I developed over quite a few years, and it's yeah, you've got, it's basically it's just quite a lot, but it's basically 14 bytes long packets with a byte on the end, checksum. It's got a it does a checksum on each byte sent. Yeah, compute checksum. There it is. So right, serial write, compute checksum. Don't know why it's printed that out there. That must be. Hang on. Yeah, you've got various things. Relay packet buffer to PC. Right, writes bytes from passed in byte array. Passing packet length to serial. That's if you go into serial port. Right. Yeah, relay packet buffer to PC. That's for serial. If you put it, it'll send the packet through a serial port or USB port, as well as other ports. Alright, so there's a bit of that. If you defined an ESP32 Pico, it has to use a dot star as the LED because there's no board on the LED, so then you're switching over. Anyway, so you got your various other stuff. If defined UPAS Wi-Fi module, yeah, it uses the Wi-Fi module, but you're not using that. So here's the bit where it relays the data to the Wi-Fi. So whatever packet comes in, whether it comes in on the USB or if it's generated from an input, it'll use this routine to relay the packet buffer to the Wi-Fi. So it's basically turning some LEDs on here, and you got your 15 byte packet buffer. The first byte is a compute addition checksum, right? So it's adding all the other bytes up and creating a checksum, and it's filling the buffer with the packet buffer, and then it's sending UDP, sending the packet buffer plus the packet length plus 1. Because the packet length hang on, let's just peek, where's the peek the definition. Where is it? It's not showing me. I thought it was showing me the value. Anyway, so it does that, it sends that there. We can have a look at that if you want. Go to definition. Yeah, so it's doing a UDP broadcast to packet buffer, packet length on that port. So that's hard written, that port is. So we've got a software version of it, but I've not changed it. So we need to swap that with the software version if we're gonna be able to people to modify it. So that needs to be done. Yeah, so I did a write to with the old multicast. We did a write to. So we had to swap that over to this broadcast to. Anyway, so that's how it sends the packet of data. Let's go back to here. Where did we get to? No, I've lost it. Seem to have lost it. Is that one? Yeah, so packet, read bytes, Wi-Fi. So there's another way. It's basically sending bytes and reading bytes. It's quite complicated, but and it does even more as well. Hang on, it does even more. So, where's my packet stuff? Hang on. Packet. Alright, so your packet structs will tell you. So you got packet buffer, packet data types. Alright, so we can send all sorts of packets. We can send it a real-time clock, token data, day, time zone, access groups, generic, negotiator, packet address. All sorts going on here. You got all sorts of packet addresses, destinations. There's lots going on here. Alright. You got a header for the packet. And we've got a structure for standard parameter RTC. So basically, the packet will adopt whatever kind of header you're putting on it. Function of the header, it will automatically translate and encode whichever kind of data type you're trying to send with it. We've got quite a bit going on here. Daytime zone, access group, string. You can send a character, a string message through the same system. But ultimately, the header is always the same. We haven't got varying size packets at the minute. It's just a fixed size packet to keep it simple. But what you have got is encoding. Let's get on to that. Packet H. Packet struct, right, okay. So, there's all sorts going on here. Let's go to the top. Packet begins, right, I can't remember alphabet. Scan serial, right, serial event. Anything that comes in on the serial port will get read as a packet. Same data structure, and it'll relay it off to various places. If it determines the packet is for that controller, so if your data header from ID is the same as your packet address for your engine, and your data and it'll action the command. Otherwise, it'll relay the packet buffer to the Wi-Fi. That's a Wi-Fi module. So there's lots going on here. Trust me, there's a lot going on. Hang on. It's basically always the same. Right, let's show you some encryption. Hang on. Encryption. Here's some headers, standard headers. It's basically it's a wrapper for QPacket. It'll encode the packets. Let's try it. Let's have a look at this. Go to definition. Right, so the encoding. If you're going to encode a standard header into the packet, it has to turn whatever data structure you got. So it's using parameter 1. It's unsigned int. Parameter 2 is unsigned int, and you've got a byte value 1 and an unsigned long value 2. You use that for sending certain kinds of data in the packet. But either way, it has to break it down. So it's converting the uint16 to a byte array, using 2 bytes to send that parameter. It's breaking it down to bytes. Right, then you've got our RTC, real-time clock. So you're basically sending your hour, minute, year, minute, day, hour, minute, second. You've got a mean value. You can even correct the time and this extra stuff, as well as your packet header. So anyway, that's doing that. And what else you got? A token data for any of the proximity tokens. So it breaks that down into 4 bytes. So that's a uint32 that is being sent down there. Then you got a time zone, access group, string for character. It'll convert it into bytes to send parts of the character. I think it can send. I think is it 8 or 9 characters at a time. It'll send. So if it's over 8 or 9 characters, it'll have to send 2 packets to get you, or whatever length it is. Generic encoding. It's just encoding byte for byte. Negotiate packet address. There's some internal command structures. Feedback. Get feedback off stuff. Decode a packet buffer. Right, so you can decode a packet buffer. This is the main bit. So you got your header parts, or your frame, and then you got your. If it's a standard packet, it'll decode it in a certain way. If it's a real-time clock, token, daytime zone, string message, So basically, if you're using the packet sniffer, if someone's sniffing the packets, trying to decipher it, they're going to receive a lot of different kinds of packets. They'll probably be able to work out the frame header because that's pretty standard. So read bytes. Where have we got here? Yeah, let's just have a look down here. What I wanted to show you is yeah, so, and to make things a bit worse, I'm sometimes not sending a byte. I'm sending a byte, but I'm sending a nibble, 2 nibbles into a byte, a totally different separate data, which it deciphers the other end depending on which kind of packet you're sending. So if you try to reverse engineer one of the packets, the data, the bytes, you might not make any sense unless you know the structure. So anyway, so like I said, there's a lot going on. Right, so that's some of that. So at the minute we've got the packet data, and it's using your own protocol, basically. So you've got your own protocol, and it's just sending through sockets. It's using sockets to send the data, serial board and sockets to send the same data through to stuff. Alright, so there's that. So let's get rid of that a minute. Let's close that down. Right, so we're back onto the main software. So what we've got to try and do, excuse me, let's have a sip of this. We've got to try to incorporate MQTT into it. Okay, so there's a few ways of doing that. Now I've had a go. I've had a go already. Let's just clear up some of this stuff. Right, so I've had a go already. Where have I done with it? Yeah. So what I was trying to do is put an MQTT broker in. That's as far as I got on that bit. So there's a class there started, so it's not doing anything now. I'm sure there's more somewhere else. What have I done? I may have deleted it and tidied it up a bit. So there's all my UDP stuff. TCP socket. There's some early stuff. I don't know if I'm using some of that. So I don't know if I've got anything MQTT. I might have took it out. But what we can do, we can have a look on the NuGet. Let's have a look. So let's go on to manage NuGet packages. We'll have a look on here. There's new stuff coming up all the while. Let's see if we can find anything. So let's see if we got anything installed first. No, I've only got a couple installed. So we're going to browse for an MQTT broker. We'll see. We won't put broker in. We'll just do that. We're having a look for something mature enough to incorporate in here. I want it to be lightweight. 7.1 million downloads. .NETty codec MQTT. A lot of people using that. What's the next one? 1.2. So there's a lot of people using that. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. See what this is all about. Latest stable. Right, so you've got a URL here. Let's have a look at this. Go to the GitHub repository. .NETty. So what is .NETty? Oh, let's close that. Right, here we go. Right, so we're let's find out what this is. .NETty is a port of Netty, an asynchronous, event-driven network application framework for rapid development of maintainable high-performance protocol servers and clients. Right, doesn't tell me much. Right, Netty. Don't know what that is. Please follow right coding style. So that doesn't really tell me a great deal. It's had a lot of downloads, but not 8 years ago. When was the last commit done? Last year. Not much done on that since last year. I don't mean nothing. Got some examples here. Let's have a look at an example. Discard server, HTTP server, Telnet server, socket client. I don't look like MQTT. Nothing in that mentions MQTT. Why not? Don't know. WebSocket server. I don't know. Let's leave that one. That was not very good documentation on that one. What else we got? Oh, 9 point something million. There's even more there. A very high performance .NET library for MQTT based community provides MQTT client and MQTT server or the broker and support. So that's a good one. But well, let's try that. Let's have a look at that one. Right, let's go and have a look on the project. Let's have a look. So we're trying to find an MQTT broker and client or server. Yeah, all sorts. Don't know. We want something easy. So MQTT Net is a high performance .NET library for MQTT based communication. It provides an MQTT client and an MQTT server broker and supports the MQTT Pro up to version 5. It's compatible with mostly any supported .NET framework version and CPU. Right, so we've got async support, TLS support for client server, but not UWP, Universal Windows Pro. Extensible communications channel, lightweight only, the low-level implementation of the MQ, no overhead. Yeah, that ticks the box then. Performance optimize 150,000 messages a second. Right, fair play. Uniform API across all supported versions. Access to internal trace. Unit tested. No external dependencies, huh? That's another tick. Tested on local machine, i7, yeah, with a client and server running the same process using the TCP channel. The app for verification is part of the repository. Client, communication via TCP. We're not really bothered about a client, I suppose, at the minute. List of connected clients available, supports connected clients with different protocol versions at the same time, able to publish its own messages, no loopback client required, so it can publish its own messages, no loopback client, able to receive every message, no loop, right, extensible client credential validation. Retained messages are support included persisting via interface methods. WebSocket supported ASP.NET Core 2 separate NuGet. A custom message interpreter can be added which allows transform extending every received application message. Validate subscriptions. That get started. MQTT.NET is delivered via NuGet Package Manager. You can find the package here. Use the commands in the Package Manager console to install MQTT.NET manually. Samples for using are part of the repository. Alright, connect with a broker, subscribe to data, publish host own broker. Okay, let's have a look at that. Hosting the own broker. So I want to build the broker into UPAS. So it's its own broker. We don't want to use other software. Alright, not at the minute. Alright, so this is a weird font on here. So we've got what we've got here: task, disconnect client, using MQTT server, await start. So it's a bit like database connection and stuff. Task delay, times, get client async, MQTT await start, MQTT server, inject application message, MQTT factory, a simple starts a simple MQTT server which will accept any TCP connection. Okay. Right. A server with login, validation connections. Alright, so we could run that up and see what happens, but so it's got a few samples. I don't know. Right, so that's one option. Let's have a look at some others. What else we got? So that looks like it might do the trick. M2 MQT is a client available for all .NET platforms. Right, okay. Azure, Microsoft, where's it gone? Azure devices provisioning transport MQTT by Microsoft. Provisioning device client. Right, we want a broker, so. Depreciated use packet. No. Right. Extensions, manage client. A manage MQT client. So we don't really want a client. MQT client, so another client. Library provider, simple client. Meadow MQT. Yeah, it's a bit of a wild one, this one. High performance .NET library based communicator. A client and a server broker. ASP.NET Core. Application, right, so there's clients again. Right, so yeah, I don't know. There's too many here to mention. Right, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go to that one. That one there we saw. So let's. Oh, we've got it there anyway. So let's just put it on. Let's install that and have a go. It's about to make changes to the solution. Go on, go for it. Could not install package. You are trying to install this back into project targets .NET framework, but the package does not contain any assembly references or content files that are compatible with that framework. Okay. Alright. What's it for then? I don't get that. Why doesn't it like the framework? You are trying to install this back into a project targets .NET framework version 451, but the package does not contain any assembly references. 451. Latest, I don't know. What's this for? Version 5. Try again, I don't understand that. Alright, it's not very good, is it? Telling you that. that one. We don't want that one. We want, look at that one. We don't want examples. We want to see. What's going on here? I don't know what's going on here. You get, what's it for then? .NET library for, yeah, .NET. Right, I suppose we could download the code. Let's just download the code. Download the zip. Let's download it. Open the file. Extract to somewhere over there. We'll open up the SLN and see what it does. Have a look. Don't know why it won't. Won't add to my project at the minute, so let's ignore that for a bit. Right, we're going to go into this one. We'll go File, Open, Project or Solution. Find it. Where are we? I've lost it already. Lost it already. There it is. Right, let's load this up. See what we got. Hello, anyone watching? Yeah, anyone watching? Oh, what's this doing? Does not exist in the project. The target does not support targeting .NET 7. Right. I don't know what's going on. 58 errors. Does not exist. Collect up to date, check build design time. Alright, build. I don't know what's going on here. Let's try building it. Build a solution. Lots of errors. Build failed. The reference assembly for .NET Framework version 4.8 were not found. Okay. Right. Let's see what's going on here. Startup project dependencies. Configuration. What is all this? Depends on. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Right, hang on. CPU. Project. Properties. What's it showing me this small page for? Show me some small pages here. Hang on. Solution. Alright, let's try again. I don't know what's going on here. Alright, into there. Got source. Want a broker. Where's the broker? Test app. Let's see if we can open that up. That's the trouble with a lot of this stuff. It just puts you off straight away when it's full of errors. You gotta start researching things. Does not support targeting .NET 7. Well, I haven't told it. I want to target for .NET 7. Any CPU project. Right, here we go. Right, so application build. Application. Target framework, there's nothing there. What's going on? Where's my target framework? Why won't it let me have anything? Platform. Package. Signing. No, application. Output type a class library. Yeah, this is enough to put you off anything, isn't it? Right, let's go back to the main project. I've already put some code in here, I think, somewhere. Right, go back to the main project. I think I tidied some stuff up. Remove once not needed, right, is that it? No. I might have tidied it up and got rid of it till I was ready. Yeah, it's not going too well at the minute. Right, let's have another look. Let's find something else. Let's try and find a different package. Right, so we're gonna go MQTT broker. Yeah, this is where you need a bit of help, you know. Let's just go down the list. What we got here? Broker, reactive extensions for broker. GNAT MQ, broker server for MQ protocol. Internet of Things based on .NET framework. Standard web MQTT client communicate with MQ browsers. Yeah, I think I might need to Google this. Let's try Googling it. Google. Right. C#, Windows Presentation Foundation, MQTT broker. Let's see what it. Serverless MQTT broker with .NET in C#. Step-by-step guide, basic MQTT with C#. In this post we're going to have a look at how to work with MQTT and C#, creating a broker and a client. Let's go with that one. Eduardo Julio. In this post we're going to write. Okay, so a broker, client and SLN. MQTT factory. Callback, right, okay. This looks like, let's give this a go. If he provided the code, has he got any code? Libraries used, broker implementation using handlers, clients, da da da. You can find the project on GitHub. Okay. Right, let's get the code and give it a go. See what it download a zip. Right, here we go. Okie dokie, let's give it a go. Open. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens if it crashes down and comes up with a load of errors, probably. Maybe not. So we've got a broker and a client, so let's start the broker. Ready? Let's build that. Build started, ready. Installing some libraries. Build succeeded. Huh? Very nice. Okay, shall we start it? Will we see anything? Okay. Out through the firewall. So we're not seeing anything here because probably something needs to connect to it. So we need to start the client. Okay, let's start the client as well. Can we run the client as well? Tell you what, we'll run a new instance of Visual Studio. Let's run a new instance of Visual Studio, and we'll load up the. Yeah, we'll load up that one. Yeah, and we'll build the client. So we're going to build the client instead. Build the client and see if we can connect to build succeeded. Never. That was quick. Right, let's run it. Don't know. It's probably not going to give us any input. We probably need to do something manually. Successfully connected. So we're connected to. Doesn't tell you a lot, but we're connected. Now if we was to go back to the. Yeah, so we've got both systems here. Can I minimize that? Yeah. So we've got the broker and we've got the client. Okay. Broker and client. So the client is connected to the broker, I think. And we've got some messages coming up here. Payload message heyo sent. Right, so we've got some activity. That's the good thing. So we need to take a look at the code now. Now if I was to close this one, probably the broker, hang on, where's the broker gone? That's just going to sit there and stop processing messages. Yeah, so as soon as I run the broker again, sorry, as soon as I run the client again, have I closed it? So if I run the client again, you should start getting more messages. It's active again, look, see. So it appears to be operational, so let's stop that broker then. I'll tell you what, let's not stop the broker, let's have a look at the client. So there's dependencies. So yeah, it's pretty looks pretty good, that, doesn't it? So we've got our main console. It's a console thing, yeah, system. We've got our main. So we haven't got much going on here. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Okay, so it looks alright. So it looks like he's done a tidy job here. Right, so we've got a logger going on. This is our client. MQTT client options builder. Dev2 localhost. Right. Right, let's have a look at the other one. Let's stop this one a minute. Right, we'll have a look here. So this is very basic as well. The line ending not considered, you want to normalise. Right, so we've got the broker program. That's another main console thing going on. Right. On new connection. Right, so this is the broker. New connection, client IDs, creating an endpoint. On a new message. So the logger's creating a timestamp. Yeah, that's that information we saw earlier, the payload. On a new message, MQTT application message interceptor context. Alright, whatever that is. Okay, so it's wrapped it up, hasn't it? It's done. It's wrapped it all up nicely somewhere. Right, what else we got here? So we're on the broker, dependencies, packages, we've got lots of stuff going on. There's lots of other stuff going on. Yeah, so we'll ignore all that. We'll just look at the program. So basically, how do we get some info to it? I've got to subscribe to something. So this is our broker. So this will just be sitting there, presumably waiting for something to subscribe to, or to someone to forward some kind of subscription. Quality service, right, so it's on a new message, it's waiting, so it'll do nothing until it gets a new message. So this, let's see if we can find out what this is all about. So it's part of the server class. So it's a string, a client ID. It's going to add it to a interface dictionary, object, session, scope logger. So it's got a login message, part of the logger. Alright, accept publish. Alright, let's go back to the client. So it's got to join up with alright, it's got to join up with something, hasn't it? It's got to send a topic. Here it is. Publish a topic. Heyo. So it's message heyo. So serialization. Yeah, so I'm sending a message to the broker, and anyone connecting to heyo should see the message. So if I run 2 instances of the client, I publish heyo, the message should go to both of them. Let's try it. Let's run another one. Let's run another one up. I should just run it from a program, really. Run the bin file. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We can run a client from a bin file. Let's just find it. Right. So from the client in the bin file. Right, where are we? Client. First look, client. Let's run that as an application. Right, so we've got that. So, right, successfully disconnected. Couldn't connect to broker. That's because we're not running a broker. Hang on. Let's run a broker. Oh, well, I'll run a broker. Oh, we're not. Ultimate close the console, stops debugging. Right, so let's find. Let's run the broker again. We seem to have left the window open for some reason. So we've got the broker running. Right, so we've got a broker and we've got a client. Let's close the client and rerun the client. Alright, okay, we've got a client going. Nothing happening there. What's going on? Don't know what's happening there. So we've got a client. Oh, maybe the client doesn't do anything. I should have thought it would have. Hang on, let's get these out of the way. So the broker's doing nothing, and now the client's doing nothing. So we seem to have broken. We've broken the broker for some reason. Let's get rid of these programs. Let's run them directly. Right, let's open that there. Let's get another one up and running. Go into the broker and the bin file. Right, so run the broker. Right, we're running the broker. And we'll run the client. Okay, so we've got some messages coming back again. Successfully connected. So my UPAS software would have to run the broker continuously. And we'd have to translate some. We subscribe to a topic, so we're subscribing to the. Where's the topic gone? Message. Hang on, you're not seeing it all, are we? Right, let's just get this open. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Hang on. Let's put it all in one thing, innit? Right, so the topic payload is message heyo. Sent. Date. Time. Microseconds, is it all? So we've got heyo. Now we should be able to run. Nothing coming back here though. So I need to run another client. If we can get the head around this, hang on. Let's launch not another broker, another client. Oops, I don't know what's going on here anymore. Right, hang on. That's a client. Got them around the wrong way. Right, let's run another. No, I don't want another broker. We want another client. I had it right in the first place. It's just going crazy. Right, so we want another client. So let's run another one up. Right, so we're connected and disconnected. Why are we connected and disconnected? We've both got the same endpoints probably. New connection. Clean session, true. Right, so it doesn't like two connected at once. Let's shut them down and see what it's saying. So we've got, see where it started doing it. Right, so we've got our messages. New connection, client, dev2, that's the ID. Excuse me. Ooh, sorry. Right, so we've got two with the same IDs. Client clean session true. Timestamp message. So we need to change the ID, don't we? Okay, let's change an ID. So we'll keep the broker running. I'll go back to client. I think it's that one. Yeah. Let's change the ID. Where does it say? Dev2. That was it. Client ID. So dev2. We'll call it 2. I'll call it UPAS. Why not? dev2.upass. Localhost. Okay, let's keep that the same. Let's run that. It's gonna overwrite the other one, isn't it? That's the problem. Yeah, it's gonna write in the same place, so we need to move the client. Copy the client. Will it let me copy it? Copy it. Paste. Yeah. So we'll call this one original. Just put original. Okay, so when we build a new client, let's build it. It's gonna call this one the UPAS. Is it built yet? Yeah. Okay, so we've got a new one built here just now. Yeah, so let's rename that to, oops, done it again. UPAS. Right, okay. Right, so we've got 2, so let's run those 2. Let's shut these down a bit. So let's run the original. Is that the broker? Yeah. So we'll run the original. So we're connected. Okay, now we're going to run the UPAS version of it. Right, so it's still chucking me out the system. Right, something doesn't like. I'm missing something here. Okay. Let's close that one as well. Let's go back to the code. Right, so there's something else we've got to change here. With TCP server, maybe we need it, don't know where we need to change that. We'll find out. So none of it's done down here, so it's all done up here. Localhost 707. So why didn't it like what we were looking at? Let's try to find out. What was it saying? So we're connected with the original. We're getting here client here. Oh, here it was. There's the original, and then I ran another one. New connection. Clean session equals true. Right, endpoint. So the endpoint was the same. 164.754. No, different endpoints. 755, 756, 777. So it's a different endpoint every time. Alright, so it kept on closing it and reopening it and creates a different endpoint, so that's not good. So, something we were doing wrong. Alright, client ID, new connection from client ID, endpoint 1. Right, so let's try and look at the endpoint. Yeah, I haven't dabbled with this much, but obviously. Create managed MQTT client. On connect, disconnect. Right, client options, manage options builder with auto reconnect delay. With client options builder build, whatever that is. Create managed MQTT clients. That's a factory. Right. Message information. Received payload. Get a waiter. Heyo. Serialize, so we're, I don't know. UTC time. Published. Dev2. Yeah. Right, so they've hard-coded this thing into there. So dev2, and I've changed my dev2 to UPAS. Right, let's change that then. Don't know if I'm going down the right track with this. Give it a try. Let's build another one. Build that. Okay, build succeeded. What's it got? Broker. No, we don't want broker. We want that one. So we want to get rid of UPAS. Keep the original. Go on to the application there. Rename it. Oh, no, don't run it. Rename it to UPAS. Okay, so we're going to run the original. Bring up the broker. The broker's already there running. Okay, so we started there. Seems okay, it's behaving itself. Oh. Why is that one? Why is the original one publishing to UPAS? I don't get that. I'm running the original version. Let's change that as well. That is strange. When was the original one made? No, that was made a while ago, so it's clever how it's picking that data up. They must... Don't know, let's try this one, see what happens. It's probably going to kill it. Yeah, it's killing it again, look. Killing it. So there's more to this than meets the eye. Right. So our broker seems to be pretty stable. Message ID. Right, so I need to look at some documents now, I think. I need to have a look at some documents. Let's have a look on here. Okay, so we've got this. No documents. Hang on. That's the file list. Software engineering teacher. Hello, Eduardo. Right, we've lost the connection now. Go back, yeah. Right, so there's no information. Is this even public? It must be, it wouldn't. Just no information. Okay, so we're gonna have to read the files. We're gonna have to go into this. Is there any readme? Any info? No. Okay, so we've got our client ID, our local host, and our port. Client options. Write to console. Create a logger. Logger equals a new logger configuration. Client options. Build a build. Go to definition. Build a build. Clean session. Alright. I don't know what is going on here actually. Dependencies, frameworks, packages. So you think it'll all be on the one line. Should all be in here, shouldn't it? Really? So your local host, TPC server, 707. So I've changed that. Where, I don't get where it found that from. To go into the one I compiled earlier, it doesn't make sense. Anyway. Right, where did I get to? Let's get out of that one. Yeah, sorry about that. Right. So, right, let's see, let's find out a bit about Client Builder. Let's have a look at Client Builder, see what we can find out. Any info on Client Builder? No? Get up. Client Builder, PAS provides a fluent API. Server and client method documentation. Client can't connect server, let's build from here. Connecting serverless. Client builder options. Right. Client free serverless. Setting up the connection. Credentials. Well, I haven't seen any credentials. Oh, that's your broker. Alright. What's this? That's still your builder. Connect to the broker now that you've created the client and set up the connection options. You are ready to connect to the broker. Simply use the publish async. Subscribe to topics. Application publish messages. Hello, MQTT message number, payload. Disconnect, complete code. Right, so I need some explanation. Right, introduction. With the rise of RT, the .NET framework has become increasingly popular in building IT applications. Right, high performance there. It's bigging up, yeah. Public cloud, you have not tried serverless to fly yet, try. Right. Connection code demo. If you haven't installed .NET, Install the MQTT.net package delivered via NuGet. Set up the connection to connect to the EMQX Cloud Serverless Broker. You need to create an instance of the MQTT Client Option Builder class and set the necessary options like broker address, port, username and password. The code snippet below demonstrates how to create an instance of the net builder. Okay, so we've got a topic, C# MQTT, port, client ID is a GUID, new ID, so it's using a GUID. Create an MQTT client factory. Create an MQTT client instance. Create an MQTT client options. So options are TCP server broker and port. So the broker is whatever that is. Right. Port is 8883. Username, password, client ID. GUID, new ID, 2 strings. So the client ID. Right, let's have a look where it's getting its client ID from. Client ID. There's my client ID. dev.to UPAS. Right, so it's a string value. So let's just put UPAS. Right, we'll put that in and we'll build that. Build the solution. Okay, so we should have a different client ID now. That's the broker, no, the broker. Right, so we'll run the original one. We'll get rid of UPAS, that one. Get rid of that one. Oh, what's happened there? So we're going to delete that one. Oh god. Right, delete. We're going to run the original one. Successfully connected, and then we're going to run the new one. It's doing the disconnect, connect, disconnect, connect, disconnect, connect. Obviously it doesn't like that. Right, let's find out what's going on here. So it connected UPAS, then I connected another one and it still thinks it's UPAS. Client ID UPAS topic. Yeah, so it's still using ID UPAS. Yeah. Right. What time was that? 23:54. That's the last one. So there's a new one. For some reason, it's making it all. I don't quite get what's going on there. How can it overwrite? It's creating the same thing. Oh, unless the server must be picking my identity up from one that's already on and not bothering to read the new credentials or client ID and just assuming it's the same one. I'm missing something here. I don't know what I'm missing here. I'm missing something. Missing some important information here. Right, so I'm missing something. Right, that's the broker. We don't want the broker. We want the client. So, program this. Missing something here. How can that be built? Let's undo this. Undo. So we're back to as we were. Yeah. Save that. My client ID is that. I don't know. Client ID, let's just call that UPAS 1. Publish 2, dev 2. UPAS 1. Heyo. Alright, let's run that. So just run that, and it'll create a new file. Build errors. How can there be build errors? There can be build errors if it's still running. No. The client's okay. What's the error? Unable to... What? UPAS 1. UPAS 1. What doesn't like that? Build. Build succeeded. Oh, there's a delay on. Oh, okay. Okay, so run that. Yeah, so we're connected. Okay. Now if we have a look at who we are to the system, we're on UPAS 1. So we're UPAS 1. I'll close that. Go to the file. Not that one. And we're going to rename this one. We'll call this one UPAS 1. Okay, we're on UPAS 1. Then we're going to call this one UPAS 2. UPAS 2. Publish async topic. Let's save that and build that. Build succeeded. And we're going to rename this client UPAS 2. So we've got UPAS 1 and UPAS 2. So we're going to run UPAS 1. See that? It's calling UPAS 1, UPAS 2. That's one hell of a clever thing, that is. How's it doing that? It must be creating a file somewhere. A JSON, something. Client dependencies. Reference. Oh, there's strange goings on here. Don't know. What is happening here? A runtime configuration. JSON. Right, let's run that one. What's that going to give us? UPAS 2 again. And UPAS 1. Still UPAS 2. I don't get it. Don't get that one. let's have a look at the broker again. Right, that's the client. Let's look at the broker. Right, so the new connection client, client ID, endpoint. What ports are you using? Endpoint 707, so you've got to have that same one in your broker. Yeah, it's got to match it, so that's fine. On new connection. It's clever, very clever. So, anyway, I'm not sure where we're going on this one, but we got some weird stuff. Very strange stuff here going on. So, the client ID is always the same, no matter what we do. Message ID, timestamp, client ID, even the topic is the same. So, something strange going on here. Let's have a look. Alright, so here's the client. Alright, so we go back into the bin, into the debug. So there's only one place to turn up here. So we've got these two here. Original, let's get rid of original. UPAS 1, UPAS 2, application, 123k. One's made 1 second after the other. Oh, 1 minute after the other, yeah, that's right. That's right. So, there must be a file, it's writing to a file, the configuration. I don't get it. Don't get that. Program, so what we got here? Program debug database. Extensions. I don't know what that's going. I don't know how that's doing that. Doesn't make no sense, not to me anyway. Right, let's have a look at this. Please replace the connection parameters with your EMQX connection information and login. Broker and port. Broker and port. Obtain the connection address and port information from the server. Deployment overview. Topics are used to identify and differentiate between different messages. Yeah. Client ID. Every MQTT client must have a unique client ID. You can use GUID, new ID, to generate a new unique identifier in .NET. Okay, let's try that then. Username and password. Alright, let's just try that. We'll try that. GUID, I don't know. Let's try that. So we're going to go to... Oh, we're in the broker. How did we manage to get into the broker again? Right, so the client, so here we go. So with ID, so let's generate a new ID instead of this. Oh, it doesn't like that. Two-string. Right. See if this will do it. So I'll run this twice. So we'll build that. We built it. And we'll go to... Oh my god. Alright, we're on the client, so we're going to delete these two. Delete them too. Hang on, we've got to change the... let's subscribe to the same broker again. Shit. Let's move that over there. Oh god, hang on. Right, let's subscribe to the same topic. UPAS topic. Heyo, UPAS. Alright, let's do that. Let's just build that. So it should get a new GUID. Okay, so we've built that. Ah. Is that dynamic though? Was it compile time? I don't know. Anyway. Right, let's let's copy that. Client 1. Okay, let's build it again. Broker, always go to the broker first. Let's build it again. Okay, rename it. Where's it gone? It's not there. Did it build it? No, it didn't build it, did it? Right, why didn't it build? So build solution. Build succeeded. Broker. God, I keep going to the wrong one. Yeah, it's not built it. What the hell? Maybe gotta run it. Oh. What's this? Debug executable. Specified debug profile does not exist. What the hell? Right, build. Oh, great. Some weird stuff here. Very strange. Right, clean solution. Build solution. Right, it's definitely building it now. I can see it doing it. Oh, errors. Okay, build again. Let's try again. Failed. How can it failed? It doesn't like this thing here. Right, what have I done wrong? You can use in .NET new GID. So client ID, where's he getting that from? Oh, that's the broker. Hang on. Client ID, yeah, it's the same. 2-string. Broker, password. Yeah, it's the same thing. Should have worked. Definitely should have worked. What's going on? Build. How can it be failing? Doesn't make sense. Failed. Unable to copy the file. Broker exe cannot be accessed. I don't want to copy the broker file. What's it talking about? Could not copy the file. What the hell's going on? Have I done something wrong here? Have I renamed the wrong file? No. Oh, what? Why is it trying to build the broker? I haven't asked it to build the broker. Let's close the broker. Oh, some weird stuff happening here. Sorry about it. Right, we're on the client. Let's build the client. Build the client. Oh, I think it's because I cleaned it and it's deleted the... Wanted to clean, I don't know. Build succeeded, so it's done it this time. Right, we're on the broker. So we run the broker. And we got a copy. Let's get rid of the... That's a copy of the client, so we run that one. We call this one client 2. We run client 1. We successfully connect to right, so we're connected to UPAS topic. Hello UPAS, yeah, and our ID is a number this time. Right, so we've got a number instead of a name. Okay. Right, so now we're going to run client 2. Successfully connected, right, so okay, so it's not disconnected, so we've got 2 connections now. Client 1 and client 2, that's good. So, yeah, it didn't like the text for some reason. Okay, so we've got 2. No, I don't think you can send anything, it's not doing any kind of input here. No, there's no input on this at all. Right, so we've got 2 connections and they're both looking at they're both subscribed to UPAS topic JSON. The message we've got is hello UPAS. Right, so I've got to introduce a message. So, yeah, we've got a certain amount of success. Right, we'll close that down now. Let's close the broker off. Right, so yeah, we got let's just run this on its own without any software.
Welcome to UPAS. Engine 23 is now online. Engine 25 is now online.
Yeah, see one of the watches has gone off here. Battery's flat. Never mind, that one's still going at it there. That's why I've only got that's why we've got two controllers on at the minute. Okay, so yeah, we got somewhere. So I could put that MQTT into the software. I think that's what I'll do, but I won't do it live. I'll do it off, and we'll put some of that workings going on. Let's just get rid of this a minute.
Thank you for using UPAS.
Right, so thanks to Eduardo Julio creating the first look broker client, creating a file we can look at. That's pretty good. It's not much documentation. 2 years ago, so it's quite recent. Seems to be easy enough to work with. Let's put a link to bookmark Eduardo. Hang on. What happened there? Bookmarks. New bookmark. Add a folder. Add a bookmark. Better save that. I suppose we could save that as well. Okay. Right. Have a quick look at the code again. So there's the broker. So the broker just sets up and it doesn't do anything. Doesn't know. It knows. It sets up endpoint. It knows nothing about topics. There's nothing in here about topics. I don't think there's any matching topic. No, it doesn't know nothing about topics. It sits there, and whatever's sent to it, it'll obviously, whatever topic you create and anyone else logs in, it should be able to send them back the topic, whatever they subscribe to. So the broker is a pretty easy bit, really. Just needs to, yeah, so you have your controllers, you'd have your watch or your controller, both as MQTT clients. They subscribe to the broker. Well, they offer up a topic of the same kind of topic if you're interested in the same kind of data. You introduce your topic. So your topic off your client would be here. You got your client ID, so and then you could. The only thing that changes is you publish async topic. So I can send a message. So what's that message? We're gonna have to find out what that is. So the message. So we publish to a topic. So we join a topic, and we got to listen for any messages on that topic. So if I publish a message, so I don't know if that's the message you publish. I don't know. I'll have to have a look at that. So we've got our topic, and any messages that come in to this topic should get sent back to any client, I would have thought. So you've got your JSON, publish async topic and JSON. Your JSON will be data, I suppose. So, oh yeah, there's your JSON string. That's oh, there's your string there. So that's your message going out over that topic. So all I've got to do is create a new message, and if they're all listening, will the client, while true, here we go, so while true, what? It's always going to be true, isn't it? It's going to keep delay, so it's waiting every second and then publishing this topic. Alright. Now it's going to the broker, but the broker's not sending it me back. Oh, there's nothing in the client to print it out. So your logger, is this the broker or? I'm in the client. Message received, payload. Okay, so it's got a message received handler. Message received handler, delegate, logger. So where's it? Is it log into the screen or log into a file? Who knows? Information, logger. A application message. God knows. Anyway. Right, unconnected, successfully connected, couldn't connect to the broker, successfully disconnected. So, right, so that's the only kind of login. It's showing you whether you're connected. So these functions are pretty handy for working with it. You've got to try and reconnect or something. So every 1 second, it's going to issue. Serialize this to. Well, we need to send out a new message, but it doesn't appear anywhere. Get a waiter. Right, create and manage a client. Unconnected. We've got these 3 handlers. Okay, disconnect. No, that's good because I use a connection handler and disconnect in my code already on my connection management. Right, yeah, there's 3 events here. Look, remove event. Right, hang on. So that's start a station. Right, on event. Right, so when we connect, so this is just removing it in case it's already connected, and it's going to connected. Got an IP address, disconnected. So every time it's disconnected, if the Wi-Fi gets disconnected, it'll do this bit here. I was just telling you it's been disconnected. I haven't told it to reconnect yet. I don't think. Oh, I got an IP. Oh, Wi-Fi station disconnected. Ah, yeah, that's a different thing. That's an access point disconnected. Yeah, that won't do anything. So if it's a station and it gets disconnected, it'll start the station again. Yeah, so it starts the station up again. And that's all it is. So disconnected, yeah. And if it's got an IP address, it'll once it gets an IP address, if it's got an NTP server or been asked to get the time off the internet, it'll UDP get the NTP. It'll UPAS Wi-Fi multicast. Right, okay. Yeah, so it's basically that would translate into. That's the broker. Yeah, so you've got these clients, so we could translate them pretty easy. Create. So we've got to do. This is the software end on the desktop. We've got to do equivalent in the. So we've got to have an MQTT part that works in the controller as well. This will be the software end, and which will be the broker. And you could use the client if you're using this secondary software to connect to the main software, or you could use connect the client. How long have I been going for? 2 hours. Oh my god. At least it helps me get my head around it. basically you get your head round it. That's all it does. Let's have a look. So we've been live for 2 hours 47 minutes, and dropped frames 0. No dropped frames. Can you believe that? No dropped frames at all. How fantastic. Right, let's just get rid of. Go back to that one there. Why not? Has that even got the mic on it? Yeah, it has. So we're okay. Right, so anyway, so we're getting somewhere. Just got to understand this a little bit better. So we're on the client. So we managed to get a different ID. So the ID will probably be the serial number and the IP address, similar to abbreviated form. Auto reconnect delay 60 seconds. Create and manage. Right, okay, so message received and payload. Application message received handler, so it goes to, looks like it's capable of receiving messages. What does it do with it though? Sends it to this delegate here. Where's that gonna go? Hang on. Go to definition. Oh, it's creating an action. Okay. So you got your action, and it's a Lambda thing. It's built in here, I think. It's built in here. Log. It's got logger information. Right. Okay. So let's find out what that's going to do. Go to definition. String message property information. Okay, so we've got a. So the logger. Let's try logger. Interface log get set. Bind message. Right, let's go back a bit further. Log. Oh shit, well we're done. Go back. Go to definition, log. Alright, let's have a look. An optional static entry point for logging that can be easily referenced by, right, the method on serilog log, dynamic sibling logger, guaranteed never to throw, whatever that is. I log a log. So there's a lot of information for. Must be creating a log somewhere. Alright. So it's creating a log. Let's have a look. Broker, are we on broker? Yeah, we're on broker. I can't see a log file there. Reference, no. So let's look in the client folder. Client. So the client, is that creating a log? Serial log DLL. Is that a DIL file or is that just renamed? Let's open it with. No, doesn't like that. That's just some spurious binary. So, where's it putting it then? Where's it logging it to? Where is it logging it to? I'd love to find out. Right, dependencies, framework, packages, serial log, serial log, syncs cons, right, don't know. Compile time assemblies, right. Console, syncs, compile, console, maybe it is the console. Yeah, could be bringing it back to the console. Yeah, let's just say it's bringing it back to the console. So how can I publish a message? So we're on UPAS topic. So why did it not show me? Something amiss somewhere. Is that broker? Yeah, broker. So we're on the broker. And on new message, logger information, so it's connecting the endpoint, clean session. On new message, application message payload, doing a timestamp, client ID, topic, payload. Right, so your payload, it's putting in payload. Right, so it's logging your payload. So that, excuse me, that logger is coming into the console, so the other one must be doing the same thing. Get string application, so it's payload equals null. So, right, okay. So there's no actual information in here that matches the other one apart from that. So, right, let's. I always get the wrong one there. Right. So here's our message. Hello, UPAS. Right, let's run the logger, run the broker again. So we'll run the broker. Then we'll run. Got a broker running, and we'll run the client again. Alright, so run the client 1. Okay, so we've got. Maybe I'm misunderstanding this. So we've got a client. Now it's sending the same message over and over. Alright, let's run the other client. So we've got 2 connections again. There's no messages. These are sending a message over, but they're not coming back to the clients. What's this all about? This is bad format, isn't it? Horrible thing. Well, there's too much information. Right. So we've got a client, and our topic is the same. Payload, the message is always the same. But no message coming through down here. You'd think this would log as well. Every time that one sent a message here, it should come out over here, and every time this sends its message, it can come out over here, I would think. Right, it's time to look at some tutorials. Go to bed and look at some tutorials on what the hell is supposed to be happening in order to find out how to utilize it. Alright then, so anyway, that's a bit of a madness going on, and we're gonna go off now. Gonna go shut it down now. Listen to some stuff while I'm sleeping on its basic function. I've got to try to find out where it's going to be of some use in my program here. What I want to do.
Welcome to UPAS. Engine 23 is now online.
yeah, what I want to do is add a device that I haven't made, or maybe something with TAS motor on it, or something that's MQTT compatible. Somehow add it into here using, still use my protocol for talking to my equipment, but then also act as a broker and send information and receive it, integrate MQTT equipment into here. So you can add and find. I'm sure it's pretty close. You got your settings here. You got various ports and things. So surely we could just have a new one called MQTT settings. Could have one called. Have a new configuration called MQTT. There you get a packet. So we can have, you got your wireless thing here. We'd have to have one for protocol, wouldn't we? Have one for protocol. So and then have one of these configuration parameters to do with protocol for communication, like the readers, where you'd have a Wiegand format and all sorts. Yeah. So we've got. Where's our stuff so far? Can't see it. Where's it gone? Communication. Right. So we've got it there. It must be down here. Oh no, that's the engine. We need the overall setting, which is over here. Yeah, so we've got our UDP listener socket down here. Okay, we've got our send socket here. So we'd have to have enable MQTT and maybe TAS motor or whatever we need to put in. Whatever the stuff that's going around is. We've got more chance of coming across MQTT and TAS motor than you got coming across the stuff I've got. Right, so you could have it in there, serial ports. Yeah, so we've got to create a new group of params, a software group of params. Yeah, so we've got to have a new one, and then you just choose which one you're going for. So it'll be in the communication here, maybe. Method, Wi-Fi master, so then you'd have to have a protocol. I don't even know if it is a protocol. Server type, I suppose. Broker, MQTT broker, or UPAS direct message, whatever. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. How to integrate it, but yeah. Okay. Right. That's gonna be it then. Till the next time, I think. Yes, that's gonna be it.
Thank you for using UPAS.
Okie dokie. And we'll do another stream another day. You never know. You never know. That's gonna be it for now. Anyway, I'm going now. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. I do have a day job as well, so I probably go to sleep now, and we'll carry on with this. See if we can get somewhere with it. I'm sure we can. Need to understand it a bit better first. It's totally something I've not gone down the road of looking into. Basics, I know basics. I don't even use it. I've not even used any cloud-based MQTT services. I don't use. All my stuff is direct, just cloudless stuff, direct on a computer. We'll go cloud-based if we have to, but let's just get MQTT working, and whatever else, Tasmoda, get that in there as well. You got the options. Obviously, when the software's running, it's going to run both types. Okay. Excuse me. Right. That's it. Okay, dokie. Let's give you some outro. Ready for the outro. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Never know. We might get someone on board eventually. Feel like a bit of a loner doing this. Nobody's hooking on. Oh well. Right. We'll get there in the end, I suppose. Once you get a working system, don't know what's holding me back. Probably got to publish it as. Don't know. Too many systems already, I suppose. I tried to make a system that was easy. Some of this stuff, convoluted way of doing stuff, but I don't know. Maybe that's the only way of doing it. But anyway, we shall have to look more into it, and I'll see you all again next time. Going on the outro now, so if you've got your headphones on or your speakers, you might want to just turn it down a bit. Bye bye for now. Thanks a lot for watching. See you again.